Before we begin, shout out to Altam Destinyland and Kurairai Hageland. I know an old couple who lives in their own in Cambaol, Alicia, Bohol.
Cambaol. Alicia.
They're not just an ordinary couple. They may be is world's oldest couple to marry, legally. I asked you to watch their story. Meet a guy who married a blind whose name is Martina. Who is this man and why did he choose to marry a blind woman?
Hi, ako si Espiridion Kinlog, nakigminyo og buta.
Espiridion, a native of Silangan, Progreso, Alicia, Bohol, Philippines, is 77 years old when he married Martina, a blind woman after his wife died of chronic illness.
Anin ako poyo din kay wan ako'y kauban sa balay.
How it started? This is his story. While on his way home from his farm, he saw Martina struggling to walk.
Nilabay ko niya dinis iyang dool sa balay, nagbit-bit og galon.
Fetching water alone.
Alaoy na nag-una.
There, while seeing her, his compassion over her has started. He was confused at first since a retired teacher of normal eyesight is fond of him, interested to marry him. He continued tending his farm and his compassion continued to grow.
Dakong kalaoy.
One day, he made a daring move. He decided to take it to the next level. He visited Martina. As low pressure hit Visayas, the access road became flooded to the hips. He, with all courage, crosses the flood.
Sunod adlaw, ning balik ko na mesita niya, bisan pahawak ang tubig sa akong gilabang.
But he did what extraordinary. Compassion creates courage, develops love.
Unang-una, kaloy.
And here is the more impressive part. At your age, it is remarkable to hear this guy still wants a legal marriage, authorized in the sight of man and God, married in church and registered in state.
Og naay balaod nga manghihangdan sa among panagtipon nga may ikapakita og gawas pa tuwa simbahan kanang balaod nga among ipamirmahan nga kami nanumpa nga mounong hangtod sa kahangtoran, kalipay ug kasakit.
For him, to marry means to have compassion, to sacrifice, and to love above all, no matter what. For him, to marry means it should be in church, it should be legal. Love is blind, they say, which means a person in love cannot see imperfections in the person they love. Sudha Chandran succeeded to dance after losing her leg. Ludwig van Beethoven was deaf but he delivered a great music. This lady makes match for 54 years, from the age of 12 up to this day. Who is this lady? How did she learn this skill? And how did she make it all by herself?
Hi, ako si Martina, waay. Manghimuay og banig.
This lady was inborn blind. She lives in the village of Cambaol, Alicia, Bohol, Philippines. He made countless mats throughout her life, and this became her source of livelihood.
Maskin og usa ka buta, maningkamot ko og pang nga magbanig kay izawat nga ako nay ahong ikapalit og pagkaon.
He learned this at young age from her mother who supervised her. This is no easy task for her as the preparation requires risky process, from harvesting raw materials, to cleaning, to looming, to drying, to dyeing. Then, the lengthy and the most critical task of making the mat itself. Mat in the Philippines is called banig. Banig is a hand-woven mat usually used in East Asia and the Philippines for sleeping and sitting. This type of mat is traditionally made in the Philippines. Depending on the region, the mat is made of buri, palm, seagrass or romblon leaves. The leaves are dried, usually dyed, then cut into strips and woven into mats. Banig weaving has been handed down from one generation to another, as it is widely practiced in the country, with designs varying across the regions. Standard of living improves. Young couple is slowly shifting to the comfort of foam mattresses over thin and hard mat banig. Eventually, hair sale declined that lead her to non-production.
Nihinay na agbanig sa pagpamuhat na kay labi na nanay mga kutson.
It leaves her nothing. Devastated, she is forced to find another way of living, back to till the land. This lady shows that disability can never become a weakness. Instead, it becomes her strength. Despite the odds, she keeps going on. An amazing woman who can make mats, prepare rice seedlings, fetch water, cook food, and grind rice out of disability. For her, disability can never be an excuse of making ordinary things extraordinary. For her, disability is not an obstacle for success. This means that these people are positive to live despite helpless. Doing better is a choice. No matter what we are, who we are, where we are, how old we are, what is our status, we all can pick a choice. These guys decided to choose a good option, a godly choice. They choose to be married legally despite at their old age.
Ko sa balaod sa Dios nga ang tao nga mag-ipon kinahanglan jud niya rehistrado sa balaod sa yuta o sa langit.
Married now, legally, these guys has been living together for 3 years now.
Tulo na
Magtulo
katuig.
na katuig karon.
And maybe the world's oldest couple to marry at 77 and 63 years old.
63.
Living in happiness as a couple is no question. Living in love as a couple is no question. The same reason with other old couple. Old age as a couple means company. This means that they love each other's companionship. Their love to each other is unconditional. Their respect to each other is worthy of emulation. This ability did not stop them to strive for a living. And old age either. From farming, to harvesting coconut for copra, to poultry, to charcoal. But this entire endeavor is just enough for food.
Pagkaon.
There is no spare penny for even the basic necessities of life. Water, electricity, no land, no materials, and no money to build own house. People came to help. Balahay clan allows them to use a parcel of their land for their little house. A pabahay project of Father Espina by Sagugma provides them materials for the simple abode. Disability, old age is not a hindrance to live with value, to live with purpose, to live better. Their story is an evidence that love is blind. Disability is not an obstacle for success, and doing better is a choice.
Kamong mga kamong nagtrabaho sa maong opisina sa DSW, tabangi in taon mi kay wa in taon mi siga na agani among purma naga kubot naman niming lampalirya nga gamay siga usa kun maluoy in taon mo tabangi in taon mi kamong mga congressman tabangi in taon mi maluoy in taon mo na mo kay arang jud paita na mo hasta tubig wa gad in taon mi ladyo mi kaadto mga tiguang nami ladyo mi kausanan sa mamuyo in taon mi ninyo malungo gud kasing-kasing tabangan in taon mi ninyo
Dili kami kaayo makalisod-lisod kay usay mawad-an mi ka pag kabuan pa na pagdaig pa na muhabay masiga nga wa man di guys may kapalit mga pagsuri-suri ko na yung magabi pagkapagkudaan siya sa bahay kay hindi naman makita o haraning ang mga tukos kusina kaya daan naman ako na bangga na nanay arta-arta daan na mga intaman o na isuga kurente kayo wa bigas napoy kurente kay kami di mo dyan nimipod magpakawa sa gas kay o panahon mo burn out na nami suga nga kadaigan pero ugway gas hama pa'y daigan
tubang daring sir
nanginanglan og tubig nga kanang moabot sa among balay dool og mahimo intaw magpakaloy kami mga tiguang na ako 80 na ko'y edad tiguang na ulit ko hindi apoy ang asawa pang tampos kahaya